Hey my witches, I am back with a kind of March favorites, a little bit of a like a mini haul that I got. So this past month I went to a psychic new age conference that goes on every year, and I had a good time. There were lots of workshops and things. It's called Spirit Seekers. And there was, like I said, lots of workshops, there was vendors, there was psychic readings. It was really great. And I did buy a few things, so I was going to show you what I got and also kind of show you what I got this month, which wasn't a lot, but I will show you anyway. So the first thing is something that I got that was not part of Spirit Seekers and not very witchy at all, but I thought I would mention it, is I decided I was always like wore MAC lipstick, but then I heard a lot of good things about Kat Von D makeup, and also I like that, you know, it's like cruelty free and stuff, so I decided to check out the Studded Kiss lipstick. Now I'm hoping that the liquid lipstick is better because I tried this. This is Vampira, which is a gorgeous, you can see it's kind of, this lighting isn't the greatest, but it's like a very dark red purple, very dark. But I just found that it's like not, the way it goes on, it's just very patchy and drying, and was not impressed with the consistency. The color is gorgeous, the packaging is gorgeous, but it just shows up patchy, and I'm hoping, I know that some of the colors I've heard do this as opposed to some of the others, so I'm hoping maybe it's just this, and maybe the liquid lipstick is better, but I'm kind of thinking I might go back to MAC after this. So let me know what you think, if you've tried this color or if you have any opinions on it, because, you know, I really wanted to like it, but so far kind of disappointed. So that's why I think of that. So that's what I got, like, makeup wise. As I said, I went to the conference, and what I got there was, one thing was kind of a dud, and the other I'm pleased with. The first thing I got was the Russian Gypsy fortune telling cards. I've seen these in the stores before, and I was a little curious about them. They're kind of an interesting idea because the cards are, they've got 4 quarters of a picture, and you lay them out, and if the pictures match up, then that means something. It kind of makes me think of Kipper cards in some way. There's 25 cards in here, but with all of the pictures, you can have like 50 different pictures. So I thought, oh, well, this is kind of interesting, kind of neat, and it was fairly expensive, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go. The book is very nice, I have to say. It's a nice hardcover, and the packaging too, because you can slide the book in. And it has, like I said, there's like 50 different items that it can turn into. And so, and it depends which way up it is. It gives you for like arrows for showing you which way. And then it's got usually about 3 pages or 2.5 on each item. So I thought, oh, well, this seems, you know, kind of neat. And it has like all of the 36 Lenormand images in it. And then there's more, there's 14 other images as well, which kind of makes me think of Kipper cards. But what I found was they don't flow as well because you're always trying to turn and figure out what pictures match up. So I wasn't overly impressed with that. But here's the big problem. Now I'm probably going to put this for trade. There may be some of you that don't mind this, that don't have an issue with it, but I just don't know if I can get past it. So I'm gonna, there's the little package for the cards, which is fine. So you take them out, they're square. This is what the back looks like, very nice. The pictures are lovely, like the colors are gorgeous, but here's the problem. This is how thin they are. It's like shuffling bits of wrapping paper, like thicker wrapping paper. They're just, I don't think I can get past that. Like, it's hard to shuffle pieces. Like, they're basically, it's like pieces of paper, not cards. And I have like a big problem with that. So I wasn't terribly happy with that. Now, I'm just thinking if I should pick those up right away. I am going to probably put this up either for trade, or I'm going to sell it secondhand or something. But, because I'm sure there's some people who are totally fine with that and have no problem, but I just don't think I can get past this. So this was kind of a dud for me anyway. I also found the reading of it awkward because unlike, you know, Lenormand or Kipper or Tarot or whatever, where you just lay them out and there the pictures are, this you're kind of like fiddling and like trying to, you know, figure out what matches where, and then looking, I just didn't fly. I found that my flow was kind of gone because I was too busy trying to figure that part out. Anyway, I'm going to pick these cards up because it's annoying me if I don't. Okay, Excellent. All right, put these back in the box. There we go. So another thing for, sadly, for the trade pile. Although, like I said, maybe somebody's okay with this. And they like these just fine. All right. I gotta put them back before I move on to the next one. Ah, come on, get back in the box already. It's ruining the flow of my video. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay. The next thing I bought was the Hermetic Tarot. I've seen this in other people's videos before, and I took a look at it and I was kind of intrigued by it. And I didn't really buy this to read for people with, or even probably to read for myself with, but more just as a study aid, because I don't really have a Thoth type deck. I did have a Thoth, but I ended up giving it away at some point. So I was looking for something kind of Thothy to study with. And this one is very much based on, of course, Hermeticism. So there we go, there's the sun, lots of interesting symbolism. I really enjoyed that it's black and white, so you really just kind of look at the symbols. There we go there. It's definitely a very mysterious type of deck. There's the Queen of Swords. And this is the back here. So it's definitely loaded with symbolism and is something I can really study. The pips are very pippy, but they're still loaded with symbolism. So I'm not disappointed in that at all. I think it's just going to be very, very interesting to study this. Just trying to find another. Here's some wands. This makes me think of the Thoth Tarot a lot. It's not exactly like the Thoth, but it makes me think of that. It's definitely inspired by, you know, the Golden Dawn and the OTO and stuff, and all those people that, you know, what's his name? Waite was a part of, and all of that, that kind of led to the more modern imagery in the tarot. So I'm looking forward to studying this, and I think that this was definitely a good purchase for sure. So that one was a success. The other one that's a success is, and I'm very much loving this, is the Fairy Forest Tarot. So whereas that more is like an academic exercise, this I have been loving. Now, I know it got some kind of mixed reviews from some people, but I've just been loving this deck. Like, the more that I work with it, I just love it's got like a very fae energy, but also very gentle energy, and it doesn't pull any punches. Like it, you know, there's this one card that kept just saying about letting go and stuff, and letting go of things, and just kept telling me that, and it was right on the money. And it's, you know, it's definitely a very, very powerful deck. So I think that some people maybe let first impressions kind of get to them, but this deck, I'm just finding like this card came up a lot for me, which is Otherworld. And it's very, it's again, like I said, it looks very gentle, but it's also, it doesn't pull any punches. And it's, you know, I love working with this kind of fae energy, this fairy energy. So I have been really loving working with this deck, and I know this is definitely a purchase that is like one that I'm very, very glad that I ordered. It's one of my favorite cards. There we go. So that's kind of what I got for decks for this month. And another book that I picked up, which I'm loving, split stuff down, is this giant book here called The Art and Science of Hand Reading. And it's a giant book. It is, how many pages here? Over 500. And it's got about 23 chapters, and it covers like everything with palmistry, from, you know, the size and texture of your hand to your thumb and each finger and what each section of your finger means, and of course all the lines and what little marks on your hand mean. And it's just like so much information. And I've been wanting to learn hand reading, and I do know some a little bit, but not enough that I felt confident offering it professionally. But now with this book, I've been studying this, and when I've been doing my readings, I've been asking at the end if I can look at people's hands, like for free, obviously. And nobody said no. Everyone's like, sure. So because they say look at lots of hands, because they also have photos in this book, which I really, really love. Find a page here. They do have drawings, like diagram drawings, of course, but I found the photos are really helpful, because, yeah, so you can compare different hands, which I think is really, really great. So I am really loving this book, and I'm hoping, like, I'm trying to do like a chapter a week and make notes and stuff and really treat it like I'm studying a course, so that I can feel confident, you know, hopefully in a few months for, you know, offering it professionally, which I think would be great. It's probably not something I'm going to offer online, probably more just in person, but I am really looking forward to learning more about it. So if you have any of these items and you have any thoughts on them, please let me know. Please put in the links or in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.